go ahead, use the chat. And if you need to step out, no worries. We will have it recorded and I will post it on YouTube. That way you could go ahead and go reference it back. So let's get going. So today we're going to be talking about MoxiEngage. This is one of our new CRMs that will bring a lot of value to you. So how is it going to benefit you? It will help you help you contact management. It will help you do email marketing. It is already integrated with your MLS. So you'll be able to do goal setting as well as keep yourself on track. So think of this as your virtual assistant, your virtual database, all in one location to make your life a lot easier as a real estate agent and keep you being successful. So a lot of the benefits is that you'll be able to set a goal right at the beginning, right as you log into Engage. It requires you to establish a goal. One of the key points about this is you should be setting an appointment with your office manager and see exactly how the company could help you reach that goal. So your office manager will also have access to the back end of your goal, and you'll be able to reference them, do a beginning of the year check-in, mid-year, and end of the year check-in to see exactly how you're crushing that goal and where you might be able to do a little more prospecting in between. You'll be able to do your start your day strong with CV because it is connected to your email. So you'll be able to keep yourself on track, being able to organize yourself right on there. You'll be able to now start sending out to your sphere, your personal drip campaign. So you'll be able to do all of this within one of the suites. So our agenda will be reviewing a little bit of the syncing process, but that was back in the 101. So today we're going to be reviewing to stay in top of mind. So how we could use a product to keep you top of mind with your sphere. So the 3 products that they're able to do to stay top of mind is neighborhood news, listing announcements, and campaign overview and setups. So we'll go through these 3 options and let you see how to set those up. So to be able to create the neighborhood news, to keep your sphere of influence, so we have a lot of acronyms in here like CRM. SOI, Sphere of Influence, is updated monthly with an email that includes live market data, and it is specific to that area. So you can connect and do a custom location for each individual contact that you have and go under people and create that neighborhood news, or you could do a generalized neighborhood news where you could have different locations onto that. So, and each person, each contact will have that subscription button on the bottom. You'll always be able to keep yourself on track to see what each individual has, each contact has already been set up, or to keep track and say, when was the last time I contacted this client? So that's one way that you'll be able to use that, and that's going to be through your neighborhood news. And you'll be able to do either a quick option or a custom option, and we'll go over through those sections. But that's if you want to create it by one contact individually. But sometimes we already know we have a group of contacts, group of leads that are working in a specific area. And to make our life a lot easier, we could do a group setup. That way, we'll be able to go ahead and have that going for your group. So if you have a email list that you have pulled from Core Realty, that you know they're perfect in the Carmel Valley, you'll be able to create that neighborhood news under people. And you'll find this tab, you'll find the add to button and hit neighborhood news. By hitting neighborhood news, you'll be able to create a custom group neighborhood news campaign without having to go through each individual of your contacts. Once you're there, you'll be able to do either a quick zip code. So it's just one zip code. You enter it, it'll create this already populated email, which I always encourage you take the step, an added step, and personalize that intro message. That way they know that it's not spam, that you are really thinking of them, their personal needs, and what they will want in the future. Having that personal connection with your sphere will make you be their point of contact for their next real estate need or community need. By always creating that custom message, from there on, you'll start receiving that on a monthly basis. Um, you'll also be able to do custom. So let's say it's not just one zip code that they care for, they like a particular neighborhood, or a set of neighborhoods. You'll be able to use the same mapping characteristics in the listing search, and you'll be able to do that with the neighborhood news and either do by radius. But you could draw a circle yourself, or you could multi-draw those circles. So you'll be able to do very specific locations. You'll also have the filter section where you will be able to add beds, bath, price range, square footage, to be able to specialize that specific campaign over to your clients or for that group of people. The neighborhood news also will have a distinctive look. It will have, including your personalized message that you've already added onto that. It will also include the full report and a couple links. You will be their point of contact no matter what, at the beginning of the email, at the bottom of the email. If they actually go and see the full report, that will actually be connected straight to your Moxie website. So we always want to make sure that we are keeping that flow of service back to your website to keep that lead going to just yourself. So once they click that full report, you will get notifications on your Engage letting you know they have opened the email, and they will get transferred over to your website, and you'll be able to start keeping that traffic going to your site and making sure that your website starts going up on the search engine criteria, since we are redirecting your new site to a new location. From there on, you'll be able to see the different properties, the map. Your client will be able to click and favorite properties. They'll be able to view details, and if they have any more questions, your customer contact card will always be at the bottom. So they'll be able to send you a message or give you a quick call to see if you could set up an appointment to view that property. Alongside of that, you'll also receive a live report. It will show the market changes with the past year, 12 months, and then obviously for the month-to-month change to see exactly how the market is going. Right now, the market is changing, and having these reports will really have make that eye-opening experience for a client, either making them make the decision now to buy or maybe reconsider their listing price, to adjust that price and make it better. We could improve that price right now. So this is one way that you could keep yourself on track. It will be sent out once a month. It will be also set at the date and the time that you set it up. So if you are working diligently at 11 o'clock on a Sunday, they will be receiving it monthly on 11 o'clock on a Sunday. So always keep that in mind to see how often you would want them to receive it, or at what time period you will want that campaign to be received. You all will also have that contact card on the bottom of each email. So your client, your sphere, anyone that receives this information will always have you front and center. No one else. It would be your picture, your contact information, because we really want to help you generate leads. We want to help you keep your contacts. We want to help you be their point of reference, their point of expert of their community and their real estate needs. So they make it a lot easier for you to be front and center for any way you can help out that particular client or their different ways. Another way that we want to celebrate you are listing announcements. So listing announcements are both active listings and sold listings. So this is another way alongside Prospect Square and Listing Concierge where you'll be able to do an automatic blast to your personal sphere that's on Engage and let them know that you have another listing, you have an open house, you have a just sold. And this will be a way where you could auto generate and auto subscribe them, and it will be one set it and forget it option. So you'll go to my people. So that's going to be one of our common topics. It's my people, your people, our people. We have to change that from contact. So we want to make sure you take ownership of your primary sphere. They are your people. These are the people that you're going to be taking care of at the beginning of their transactions till the end of the transaction until they're ready to upgrade their properties. So right under people, you'll see under subscriptions, the same location we set up the neighborhood news. And you'll be seeing that subscription. All you will do is select what you would like them to receive and hit done. The same thing, you could do that by one individual contact, or if you have multiple contacts, which we want you to celebrate your listings all the time. So we want to make sure you're sending it to everyone. Or let's say you have your local real estate association email list in Engage, and you usually want to just showcase your new listing in case you could get a lead off of that or a referral. You'll be able to add that group to your listing announcements. You'll also go to your people, add to listing announcements, and you'll hit select done. You'll hit all the people that you want included in that announcement, and you'll be able to set it up. So now you already have your clients set up for that neighborhood news, which is a monthly newsletter that will let them know how that's their preferred neighborhood is doing. And we also set up those listing announcements, whether they just listed or just sold. Now we're going to be able to go through how we could set up a campaign. So those campaigns are different options. So we have seller pointed campaigns, we have buyer pointed campaigns, we have prospect pointed campaigns, we have seasonal campaigns. So we have campaigns that should meet every single part of your client's needs. In order to do that, we have them all in that added library. So we have a company library in there that you will be able to use and regenerate for your own needs for your clients. In order to get to that section, right on our dashboard, right next to calendar and goals, we'll see campaigns. As we click on it, we'll be able to see if you have any active campaigns. So most likely right now you don't have any active campaigns. So in order to get those going, we will go ahead and make sure we add from the library. Once we add from the library, we will be able to see multiple campaigns pop up, and you'll hit which campaign you want to add. So I like to already add them for the seasonal campaign. We know all of the holidays are coming up, so we really want to set ourselves now so we could set it and forget it, and we could focus the holidays on ourselves and our family and everyone, and have our business still keep going, and have that going. So you'll be able to go ahead and locate a holiday greeting e-card, add them to your campaign. You'll update the name because of course we want to make sure you're catering it and making it your own and customizing it to bring that excitement to their inbox. And then you'll be able to add recipients. You could add them individually or you could add them in groups, which is one of the great reasons to really utilize the groups. And it'll make it a lot easier for you to do bulk campaign send outs or have that organized a lot better for you. Once you're in there, you'll be able to, once you have your contacts set up and you've already selected your campaign, you'll be able to go ahead and hit that add button. Once the add button has been selected, run campaign will turn blue. If it hasn't turned blue, there's a step that has been missed, and we have to just check back and make sure what section has been missed. Most of the time is we forget to add a recipient because it's a tiny little button right here. So we'll just make sure we add the recipient our recipient box will open up. We'll make our selections, hit add, and run campaign. You'll be able to customize those emails. So those campaigns, once you've already added them to your campaign inbox or your My Campaign section, you'll be able to see your campaigns and edit them. So you'll be able to go ahead and change the time that gets sent out, the verbiage that gets added as well. You could do custom emails, so you'll be able to select either from campaigns or e-blasts. Select the e-blast title, start a new e-blast campaign, and you'll be able to create your own customized e-blast if you want to go ahead and take the added step and create your own blog, your own newsletter right through there, and still send it out to your sphere without having to use a different program. You'll be able to use it all within Engage. To add those custom emails, because it is already connected to your Outlook or your Gmail, depending on how you used it to integrate it to your account. So it is connected to your email. You'll be able to also email out right from Engage. You'll be able to see your calendar from Outlook or from Gmail right on Engage as well. You'll be able to edit the template, edit the subject line, and build out that email all for you. And it will look customized. It will look professional, like you had a layout company or email company send out that blast for you, but you customized it all on your own. Added on. So those customized emails, we made it a little bit easier for you to customize it. We will have templates. So we do have templates in there where you could just plug and play your information, your picture, your words right under the campaign section. So just a little, if you're familiar with InTouch, our previous CRM or market leader, you'll see a similar location, a similar layout where you'll be able to just use a template and then customize it for your own needs. Or let's say you are an overachiever and you want to go ahead and create it custom from scratch. You will have that capability. You will have the option to put in buttons, dividers, toggles, links, anything like that. And so you have both of your options. Either you customize it or use a template, which I love templates. It makes my life a lot easier. So I will go ahead and do that. Right from there, once you've already created your email and you've had the layout perfectly how you want it, you'll be able to add recipients. Same thing, you'll be able to add individual recipients or group recipients and send out the campaign all within your Engage location. Next steps and resources. So this is Engage 102. We do have 101, which we've already achieved. We crushed that section. So don't forget to also check our Help Center. We keep adding new Help Center tips and tricks in that section. In the MoxiEngage section, we have reviewed self-paced trainers. We also have our live sessions like you are here with me. We also have quick starter guides if you need a quick guide, step-by-step location, because sometimes I do that as well. I need that as well. We have those available. We have MoxiEngage is part of a suite that is connected to 4 products: Moxie Present, MoxiEngage, Moxie Websites, and Moxie Impress. Engage, Impress. I get those. Wherefore, I get so excited that I get them discombobulated a little bit. But they were all found in one suite, one tile, which is called Moxie Works. And this is your tile. If you don't find it on your desk, you'll be able to search it on your desk bar, on your search bar, type in Moxie Works, and it will pop up. But we will always have a lot of resources. Actually, on my slide, I did not have how to set up a listing search, which is one of our main things. So I will go ahead and do a live example of how to create a listing search. So first, you'll go under People. You'll go to My People. And then normally with Moxie, because it is it has a lot of graphics and it has a lot of information. It does take a little bit longer for it to load. but I like to give myself a little bit of patience with this. Oh, and I don't know how to spell my own name. So, good example, I'll be able to add a new contact from scratch. Single contact, add my name. And then all you really need is either a phone number or an email address, and that's it. You'll hit done. And now the Engage will create your own contact card for that individual client. So in order to create that listing search, we will find it under faves and saves. So we don't have one, we will go ahead and create a search, just like how neighborhood news works, how listing search works. It will bring up that location. I'm at the office at Aptos. I will go ahead, keep it like that. I like to go ahead and change it to time on market. It automatically does by price, but I know a lot of clients are already seeing everything that's on the market, so we want to make sure that we put time on market. That way, the first thing, the newest thing will be up top. If you want to do filters, bed and bath, you will go ahead and click those locations. And under filters, if you want to only see single family, condos, only actives, exclude pending, that way we don't see any contingencies, hit apply. We also have in-person or virtual open house options. So if those are still available or those are the ones you want to look at, you will go ahead and have those options available. We'll hit apply. It has that location. I will go ahead and now email it to myself. So we go email settings. I like to change that search location. This is what your client is going to see. So if I want to personalize it, I will go ahead and put Genevieve's dream location. Let's go that way they know I personalize it to that individual. They know exactly that I'm reaching out to them. And now it gives me an option to give out a little memo, a little message onto there to give them a look out. You could go, of course, update it. We have now options of how often you want to receive it. So it's either by hour, which sometimes it could be a little overwhelming unless that buyer is literally actively searching. They looked at everything and they don't want to miss anything out. We could go ahead and do it by hourly or once a day to make sure we haven't missed anything that week. Or if we have a passive buyer, we could do a weekly option on there. So I'll put a weekly since it's for myself. One of the great options, since right now the market has kind of been a little slow. We have holiday season coming up. And if no listing has gone live in the market, we could also send a no new listing. That way your client knows we're still sending you stuff. It just has slowed down a little bit. And maybe that will also turn on those wheels in there and say, hey, maybe it's time for me to jump on the market before I lose anything else. You'll be able to hit save and send. And I most likely already have one set up for myself. So it didn't go through because I have an email on there. But that's how you will create it. You will be able to see a sample of what they will be receiving on a regular basis. If it's weekly, you'll also be able to see what's on that weekly newsletter, and all the information will be found under activity. So if that client has opened the email, if they favorited any properties, it will come up on the faves section, and that way you'll be able to contact that client immediately and say, hey, I've scheduled a viewing, I've scheduled a showing, let's get ready to go and sign that contract. But this is another way that you'll be able to use Engage all within one tool, but in its different capacities and its different options with any type of your client, a passive buyer, a passive seller, an active buyer, a cautious seller. This is going to be catered to you. As much as you use it the way that you want to, this program will help you out. You consider it as your virtual assistant, but your assistant won't be able to help you out if you don't give them guidance. So with this program, as long as we give it information, Moxie will be able to help us out along our way. And of course, if you have any issues within it, you have all of your field marketing specialists, your sales support administrator, and your office managers available to assist you with all of your questions and issues. So I'm going to go back onto here, minimize it. Like I mentioned, we still have all those resources. I'm going to go ahead and check if we have a search. I did a search and saw some listings marked contingent. Is there a way to filter those out? So I will double check because I know I only saw the pending section. Contingent, I believe one of the reasons why they still have that on there, maybe the listing isn't, the contract might fall through, and the client could keep an eye out for that particular property or have a bid in and say, hey, well, let me see what goes on. I believe that's one of the reasons why the contingency are still showing, but I will find out for you, Margaret, and then we'll make sure to see exactly if if they're gonna update that to have excluded contingency and excluding pending. But that's a great question. Appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. You're welcome. And if anyone else has any questions, go ahead and put your unmute yourself or put it in your chat if you have. If not, I will let you guys, ladies, ma'ams, get the rest of your 4 minutes off. And if you have any questions, email me, email your local field marketing specialist. They are well equipped in getting all that information out to you. Of course, I appreciate your time and your dedication. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to help. Have a great rest of your afternoon.